everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Yorkshire ASMR, and welcome to the second episode in my Lego collection series. Today we have probably my favourite thing in my collection so far, and one of my favourite cars of all time. It is, of course, the McLaren MP4/4 in Lego. So this car was from the 1988 Formula 1 season, and Lego last year released it to buy, and I duly obliged, and it now sits very proudly on a stand in my collection. So we will run over some stats of the car from its real life performance, and then we'll take a closer look at the Lego and the design of the car itself. So let's do a transition to some of the stats now. Okay, so we have taken it off its stand, so we can take a closer look at the stats that are supplied with it, which is very handy for anyone that wants to put this on display. You get a nice little stand that suspends the car in mid-air, and on the placard are some stats about the season, the 1988 season. So of course this was constructed by McLaren, who were in partnership with Honda in those days. The engine manufacturer was Honda, the constructor was McLaren. The name of the chassis, as is widely known, was the McLaren MP4/4. The engine supplied by Honda was the RA168E 1.5 litre turbo. The car weighed 540 kilograms and was designed by Steve Senna on his very own podium with a trophy and a helmet, and a little quote from the man himself that reads, "No matter what your dream is, you have to dedicate yourself entirely to it." Signed, Ayrton Senna, with his nice Brazil coloured helmet and a trophy there. If we take his helmet away, you can see his McLaren overalls, and he sits very nicely on the display next to this car. So there we see the top-down view. The car does move back and forth, and the wheels can be turned by the wheel inside as well, so it all does link up, so fair play to LEGO to adding some functionality to it. So this was just a speedy video to look at the LEGO McLaren MP4/4 from 1980.